Hey, beautiful souls, welcome back for the Healing for Humanity in April. Now, for those of you that are new to these healings, a little intro is that I channel with the Healing Council of Light. We set an intention and the information comes through, and I take all the notes and then I share them with you. So when we are doing a collective healing, I always just set the intention for the best and highest good, which allows for the priority of the moment, the need of the time to come through for all of us to focus on in this month. So let's get started. I am just going to share my screen and read you through the notes. Now, this video, this healing, sorry, is interestingly more of a reading. And just setting that up. So our intentions for the Healing for Humanity is always the best and highest good for the month of April 2024. And like I said, this healing kind of came through in like crystal clear image, and then it was just a download. So I feel like today is just a reading. Basically, it's beautiful. So yeah, I can't wait to share it with you guys. So initially I hear the word hope, which is encouraging. I see a white flag, and then it's showing on an image of the world. So the single white flag. Then I just zoomed out and the world was there with a single white flag. And I wasn't sure if it was pinpointing a certain country. So I just watched the image for a while. And then I saw many flags popping up all around the world. So it showed me that the country wasn't the relevance. It was the white flag being everywhere. And so I went in and asked, so what are the flags? And the flags represent surrender. So this is what came through. We are all being challenged right now. We are challenged in our circumstances. We are challenged in what we are seeing around us. We are challenged being in our own heart spaces. I really feel and connect into this. I don't know about you, but I am seeing a lot of friends, a lot of people I know, friends of friends that are being challenged right now, like financially, separating in relationships, just everyone's been going through these really, really massive shifts at the moment. And we all know that a shift allows us to, grow and expand, and it's for our own good, but it is really challenging when you are surrounded by it. Many people going through it. We're going through our own challenges as well at the moment. And it's also, I don't know how much media you follow, general media. It's everywhere. I think me and my son were in the car the other day and I just had the radio on, which I hardly ever listen to. And the news came on and we just both looked at each other and turned it off and went, oh my God, it's all doom and gloom. I mean, it always has been, I know that, but it's a reminder to me to turn it off. Like, just don't need it, because there is just so much going on in the world. So if you are feeling challenged at the moment, just watch what you are absorbing, people you are talking to. There are the people that sit in drama. You don't want to be around those people, right? Because they never really move through it. They just find a new drama. Just be careful with the people and the energy around you, the information that you are following and listening to and watching. Just use your discernment at the moment, basically. All this challenge is conflicting to us. Humans, soul beings, align with love at your core. There is little love for ourselves, our neighbors, our country, our world, as all we see is conflict. What this really, I felt into with this one, was that we are all so consumed by these challenging circumstances at the moment that we are forgetting to go within. We are forgetting to remember the love for ourselves. We are forgetting to remember the bigger picture, the higher perspective happening around us. And it's easy, right? Because when there's lots going on, you get really consumed by it. This paragraph here is really asking us to just come back to love. Come back to the love you can feel for yourself, which then emanates to people around you, people, neighbors. It's more meaning like friends, family, neighbors, people in your community, basically, and which then, emanates through your country and then will emanate through the world. The core message here is coming back to love. We are being told to prepare for the fallout, prepare for financial breakdowns, prepare. It's all I'm hearing at the moment too. Like the banks are going to collapse. All these earthquakes that are happening, like there's just so much out there that to be, even as a light worker and you're listening to hopefully good sources of information, there's still a lot of fear, right? There's still a lot of fear. There's a fear around eclipse season that we are currently in. There's fear around what is happening. And this, we're being told to prepare, but this is what it's saying, when all we need to do is come back into our heart space, surrender all we need to know about the coming events. This is where the fear really sits within us. It's the unknown, and it's terrifying for a lot of us because we don't know what to prepare. A couple of years ago, I had my big bins with all my torches, my batteries, my food, my transistor radio, like everything they told you to prepare back then. We really are going on this ride of like, what ifs, and this could happen. And yeah, and what this reading, what this healing is really sharing is just surrender, needing to know what is coming, which is really, really challenging. Challenge with the word before. We're really being challenged, but what the healing for humanity is coming through with is when you can release all the fear around the unknown and bring it back to love, which really means bring it back to your own energy. Focus on, even like my daughter was freaking out the other night about something, and I just said, bring your energy into this room. And we talked it through. Just bring your energy into this room right now. It's your bedroom. Are you safe in this bedroom right now? Yes. Do you have everything that you love around you right now? Yes. And it's as simple as that. Bringing your energy back to your current position, your current location, your current where you are. That is your only focus, right? And yes, there's a little preparing needed for the next, like, oh, what's for dinner? But you know what I mean? Like, if you find yourself getting fearful about the big picture stuff, the world stuff that is looming, when you feel yourself going into that fear, bring your energy back into you, bring your focus back into your heart space. Let all that fear go, because right now is all you ever have. The moment is always now, okay? And if you can feel safe, if you can feel secure, if you can just feel back into your right now, that is all you need, okay? Surrender to knowing our own pathway. Surrender to what is happening around us. This is all, what is the next step for ourselves? What is the next step to the world? What is the next step happening in our country? Like, surrender. We don't need to know. We don't need to know, as we can't prepare. It's not the objection, is basically what I'm trying to say. There is no possible control here, which converts into stress and worry when we focus on the external events, circumstances around us. That is where our stress and worry is, right? Because we are lacking control. We are feeling out of control because we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to unfold. But the message here is there is no possible control here. You can only control within you. In your immediate sort of energy. Okay, so we are all being called to come back into our heart spaces. Focus on the love within. Create a fire in your heart and let all that no longer serves you burn away. Stoke your fire with all things you love about yourself, about the world around you. This is a really beautiful visualization that you can do yourself. And if you don't want to work with fire, then work with an element that allows you to just do a clearing. I love working with fire. I'm a Leo and I'm a fire sign. So when I do visualizations with clearing, I love working with fire. I just feel like it just clears it all out. But you can use air, you can use water, whatever feels right to you. But a beautiful visualization is what they're calling you to do, is to really let go of all that no longer serves you in your heart space, you know, all that you are holding on to and trying to control. And we can't control. So a great wording here too is to stoke that fire, keep building that fire as well, with all the things you do love. And that is about bringing on your focus, like what you do focus on. Oh, that's the next word. There we go. What we focus on expands. And that's what this healing message is really about, is like, don't focus on the external world right now. And also don't focus too much on external circumstances. You know, if you are in a real crisis at the moment, if you're going through a really, really big shift, yes, you've got to feel it. You've got to be in it, but also come back to this place within you of love for yourself for going through that as well. It's like, turn all the outside world off and just have moments that you can create during the day as much as possible. And come back to that knowing inside you that you are always okay. You are. When you bring it back to your own energy, when you bring it back to everything that you have right now, you are okay. Okay, so what we focus on expands. So it's more about, what is your focus on? Ask yourself that now. What is your focus on? If we can all focus on our own love, creating more love, and then living from this place of love, we can shift the energy on the planet. If you live from your heart space, filled with love for self, yourself, the big self, then you will only see love around you, feel only love within you. It's a beautiful sentiment, really. Like, it's so true. When you are in a great space energetically, your life force is radiant and you're feeling great about life, you know, you can totally feel love for self then, right? And then you really only see love around you. Like, it's so true. It's the whole energy theory, you know. So this is really asking us that within all this chaos, within all these extenuating circumstances going on for everyone right now, is to come back to that heart space. Fill your heart space with love for you. It all starts with you, okay? Turn off all communication technology that is sharing doom and gloom. Watch things that make you feel love, laugh, and remember the good times. It is all a frequency. It's so true. I mean, when I was going through my cancer journey and I heard about like laughter therapy, and I used to put on YouTube and just watch reruns of my favorite shows, and oh, it just shifts the energy. It just makes you laugh. It makes you lighten up. It makes you sort of really get a little perspective on where you are at the moment. So whatever you can do right now is find a way to laugh. Seriously, it's a real frequency shifter, that one. So if we can shut down this frequency and raise our own internal frequency. So what that means by if we can shut down this frequency is all the communication and technology of the doom and gloom. That's the frequency we want to shut down. And raise our own internal frequency. This will have a ripple effect directly surrounding you. It's true, it really works. Okay, so the essence here, bring it back to love, raising your vibration. This will ripple effect out to your immediate people surrounding you, to your community, to your country. if you are going through hardship right now, please focus on your heart space, because this too shall pass. When you're in it, it feels like it's never going to end. I get it, but it does. And if you remind yourself of any other times that you have been through that truly rocked your world at the time, you did get through it. Okay, so this too you will get through. And the key at the moment is to still remember your heart space. Come back as often as you can into this love for self. Give yourself some compassion. Give yourself a hug. Like, you know, we're all going through it on various different levels of intensity. And yeah, just be there for yourself. So when you can focus on your internal fire of love, this will transmute into your solar plexus chakra and create a fire in your belly. Now, that is the play on the words there beautifully, because our solar plexus is our confidence, right? And so if we can clear out all the worry and stress that we are feeling in our heart space with this beautiful fire or whichever element you choose, and then just visualize it dropping into your solar plexus. And from here, you will know what the next steps are to take. You will know what your aligned action, your next step, your intuition will tell you. Okay. So yeah, giving you the motivation, the intuition, the aligned action steps to take to help you move through this tough time. So if we look at this in a greater perspective, if you are in a time of hardship right now and your only focus is on all the stress and the worry that is surrounding you, and you are also then receiving more stress and worry from outer external telecoms and communication frequencies, this is where it's all saying, try and shut that all off. Come back into your heart space. Use your discernment as to what is actually fueling you right now with love. Everything else, let go. And then allowing this love and this fire to come down into your solar plexus. And then you'll get the clarity. Then you'll get the clarity and the space and the knowing of what you can do to shift this. Okay. So let the worry and stress be a frequency that you no longer resonate with, and raise yours above this. The more you focus on what is not going well in your life, the more you will sit in this space, this frequency, and not be able to see your way out of it. You, lovely soul being, have just temporarily dropped your frequency to get here. This is not your fault. This is not punishment for any wrongdoings you perceive you may have done. This is a clearing of energy. It's so easy to do, right? Like when you get into these hardship spaces, whether it's a relationship breakdown, it's a financial explosion, you can kind of think, what have I done to deserve to get here? And what this message is basically saying, you've done nothing wrong. This is actually all a preconceived part of your life plan, your blueprint. This is something you need to go through to shift this, to clear it from your energy forever, hopefully. So please, if you are sitting in this space of blame or questioning, how the heck did I get here? Like, how did it get so bad? Or, you know, with a relationship, you know, how did we let it go this way? Stop. It's not your fault. Give yourself a big love, big hug. Be compassionate for yourself and try and get a higher perspective here that whatever crap you are going through, it's something for you to shift on a soul level. Okay. So surrender to where you currently are. Have love and compassion for yourself. Know that while your heart is still beating and full of love, you are enough. You are okay. You are going to be more than enough, and you are going to be more than okay. This is when we shift it, right? But right now, please take this message to heart that you are okay. You're going to be okay. and you're going to be even stronger and brighter, and whatever you're shifting is just going to be magnificent once you're through it. Okay, hold the faith. The sooner you bring your focus back to your heart space, the sooner you surrender to all that is with no blame for how you got here, the sooner your frequency will rise, ever so gently to start with, until you trust this new level of frequency. Then rise it again, each time leaning into how good it feels, trusting, knowing, remembering. This is where your frequency belongs. You can do this, light being. You are not alone. I love this. Like, when we're in it and it feels so long ago since you felt good, just work on slowly raising your frequency. Don't expect to, I mean, if you're, full of stress and worry, it's a real big jump to get to happy again, right? But do something little that just shifts it to feeling okay, like feeling better than you were. And as energy works, and if you can keep focusing, it will start rising. But just take it slowly, because sometimes feeling good when you are going through a hardship is really foreign. And it feels, sometimes we tell ourselves it's a bad feeling, because how can I be feeling this good when I've got all this horrible stuff going on? And that is what we want to change. That's such an old story. We don't need to sit in stress and worry to fix our problems. It is okay to have moments of feeling good, even when you feel like your world is crumbling. So don't let that stop you from having these moments of feeling good, feeling okay. And then from there, you can start to feel positive again, and it's a gentle increase. It's a gentle increase. It's not a big jump to get to feeling happiness just like that, just because you come back into your heart space and feel love. That's not what we're about. It's gently, gently. Okay. Okay. You are supported, even when it feels you are all alone. You are not alone. Keep bringing your focus back to your heart space. If you find yourself distracted, forgive, let go, and come back. And this is really saying you may have a moment of clarity and come back into your heart space and feel really good. And then, something ticks you off again and you're back in stress and worry. That's okay. That's okay. Be compassionate. Forgive yourself and try and come back. And the more and more you do it, the easier it will become. It will. It's like a muscle. You've got to practice. You've got to work it out. You've got to try it out and see if it does work. So, yeah, keep working on it. It is always there, waiting for you to reconnect back to self, back to love, back to your soul. I see the planet now. So this is me now, basically sharing what I saw. So originally, if you remember, I saw the world with lots and lots of white flags around it, which meant surrender. So after the reading had just channeled through, I looked at the planet again. I looked at Earth again. It was really cool. All the flags had gone, and then there were people everywhere waving, happy, energized, excited, which really shows me that if you can follow as best as you can what has come through in the healing, then you can feel good again. You can. And the ripple effect is like, you're not just doing this for yourself, you're doing it for the closest people around you. You're then doing it for the neighbors, the community, and then you're doing it for your country and the world. It really, it sounds like, whoa, my happiness can't have that effect. Well, actually, it can. It really can. So, for those of you that have not had a healing or watched a healing before, what happens at the end is we do a clearing and an embedding. And so the clearing is where we pull out all the negative energy from the healing that has come up, and clear it, basically, like pulling the weeds out of a garden, just clearing it out. We don't want this in our energy anymore. And the embedding is about sort of coming back in and dropping little magnets into our energy field or seeds into the garden. This is what we want to call more, or like call in, and also to grow within us. So I'll read through it really quickly, and feel free to close your eyes, absorb the energy, and just listen, or yeah, whatever feels good to you. So clearing, by the way, this is all channeled. This is not my interpretation or my personal additions here. This is all completely channeled as to what needs to be cleared and what needs to be embedded. Clearing, being fearful about what may happen in the future, feeling fearful for what is to come, the unknown, the worry and stress from hearing all the what ifs and maybes that are being shared around me, fearful for my future, so much worry and stress about where I am today, hardship, inability to surrender to what is, not knowing that I will get through this, inability to lean into love, inability to love myself, so scared, so fearful, everything scares me right now. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I'm going to be okay. I can't see my way out of this. Such heaviness, unable to connect to love and heart space. Amen. And amen if you are not religious, or amen if it triggers you, just say, and so it is, or anything to that same effect that you prefer. So the embedding. I am free and sovereign. I can live from my heart space. I can love myself, regardless of all the negative beliefs I hold about myself. I am able to bring my focus back into love. I am love. I see only love. I hold only love in my heart and let go of any resentment, fear, stress, and worry. I raise my frequency now to love. I know I can easily come back to this frequency with ease and grace. I have an internal knowing that I am love and that I am always okay no matter what my external circumstances are showing me. I know that if I return to my heart space, that my external circumstances will shift into the same frequency and mirror this back to me on all levels. I love my life. I focus on my brilliance and radiance. I focus on the love within me. I connect back to my soul and my knowing that I am made of love and full of love, and there is only love around me. The world only reflects love back to me. I am so thankful for this beautiful journey I am on of awareness and growth. I know I am in growth mode now, and that I'm always okay. I feel good now. I release all that holds me back from being in true, authentic love frequency within. This is my life, and I choose to live it from a place of love for self and for all. Amen. So, a quick card reading. I like to use Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle cards. What came through? So, so perfect. The initiation, right? It says a rite of passage crossing the threshold. And the message that came through with this card is, we are all going through a frequency upgrade. Hold the light. It is here to serve you, not to harm you. Next is the Pillar of Light. Another perfect card. This one says, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle, which really means, like, again, like what I said before, is you're not just doing this for you, you know, you are doing it for all the ripple effect to the people around you. The message with this card is your frequency is rising. Keep coming back to love. Shine your light and love where possible. So just notice if you've fallen back into stress and worry and fear, and forgive yourself. Hold compassion for yourself and come back to love. Just come back to your energy. If love is too strong a word, or you're unsure about that, just bring it back into your energy. Just hold your hands on your heart. Anything that gets you to connect to your body, and bring all your energy into your body, and just know that you, within your energy body right now, your physical body, is enough, is safe, and you are okay. Okay. So another lovely card is yes. This is a real good confirmation card, as in, don't question it, just say yes. So if you're going through hardships and something opens up for you, say yes. Follow whatever feels the lightest, like, energy to it. If you have a really tough decision to make at the moment, play out the odds. What if I do this? How does that feel? If I was to do this, how does that feel? Choose the lightest option all the time. Follow your heart space, follow your resonance, and follow your intuition. And just say yes. Keep following the lightest path, basically. So thank you. If you've made it this far to the end of the healing, it's not a coincidence that that you're here. This healing obviously was just perfect for you. And I'd love to hear any feedback that you experienced through this healing, and let me know how you reacted to it, what it brought up for you, and share if you don't mind. But I'll see you next month anyway. Thanks.